why are you working out? Or why are you not working out? These are literally two questions that I want you guys to really ponder, because I hear so often people who are saying, I just really cannot be consistent with working out. I'm just not motivated to working out. We don't even need to talk about how many people end up getting a gym membership that they never use while just, throwing away money, or even worse, feeling that disappointment in yourself and feeling like you keep letting yourself down. We've all been there, and that's why I'm super excited to talk about working out with a purpose tonight with Nita Strickland, who is an online fitness trainer. I see that she's joined, so I'm going to let her in just a second. In case it's your first time joining one of my videos, welcome to Goal Slay Monday, which is an online Instagram live show for millennial entrepreneurs to help them turn their health, wealth, and bucket list goals into reality. So like I said, today we're going to be joined by Nita Strickland. So Nita, I see that you've joined. If you want to go ahead and hit requests, I will let you on in. And then once Nita is in, we're going to start talking about working out with a purpose. So when I say working out with a purpose, what I mean is literally, instead of just working out because you feel like it's what you're supposed to do, but really understanding your why behind working out. So we're going to dive into that a little bit with Nita, who again is an online fitness trainer. So I'm going to go ahead and per the usual, we'll see if technology works.
Hi.
There she is. Hey, Nita.
How are you doing?
I'm good. Let me back this up a little bit. Okay, can you hear me? Can you see me?
Up. Yeah.
Okay, making sure. I feel like my tripod is crooked. God,
that's what I said too.
This is literally why I have to go live. Like, because if I was actually trying to record a video, I would just be like all over the place.
All over the place.
Live. Like, y'all get what y'all gonna get. This is it, right?
And they understand.
Yes.
Because I see people get knocked off and get right back on and be like, hey.
Yeah, I'm back. Yeah. But anywho, Nita, welcome and thank you so much for joining. I gave a little bit of a background about what we'll be talking about. I didn't mention you were an online trainer, but I'll let you go ahead and share your own spiel. So go ahead and tell us a little bit more about who you are and what you do.
Okay, so before that, let me just say that I really love the fact that you said about people joining these gyms and having gym memberships, girl, just throwing away money, just paying and not going. And I'm like, I'm a mom, I got kids. So I was like, what are you doing with your money, child? What is you
It's real.
It's real. Okay, so my name is Nita Strickland. I am a personal trainer. I am currently still doing in person, which I'm trying to do away with completely, but people keep hitting me up to train them. So I'm like, I can't turn anybody away, because if they need me, they need me, and I'm going to help them. I also do online. So I do Zoom, and I'm getting my online program together where I can have women from all over that's able to be helped. So currently right now, what I'm doing consistently is in person, and I only take so many clients due to COVID, and then I do Zoom. So that's me. And I'm a mom, and I'm a full-time employee, and I do other stuff too. So
yes, wearing a lot of hats, which I know a lot of us can for sure relate to. So
how do we do it? It's like, how? How do we do it? Yeah.
It's literally always a big question mark, but we out here surviving, right? Thriving and
making
surviving.
It happen. Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so, and you mentioned that you were an online trainer, and I know that you specifically work with women. Is there like a certain type of woman, or like a specific, like tell me about like your favorite type of client?
So it's not like a specific, like I have, it's pretty much any woman that needs help trying to lose weight. And the reason why I made it so broad like that is because I was just an overweight person. And then I turned into a mother. And then, so I've done different phases in my life. So that's why it's like, I don't want to tap into be like, I only want to help moms, because they may not be a mom yet. They may not be able, I've had clients that has not been able to have kids because they couldn't lose the weight. So that's the reason why I'm like, I don't want to tap it off or anything. So now it's like, I want to help any woman that needs help.
Awesome. So yes, any woman who's looking to lose weight. Perfect.
Yes.
Okay. So I want us to start the conversation off by learning a little bit more about you whenever it comes to your fitness journey. So tell us about how fitness has really impacted you in your life and what really got you to where you are today as far as being an online trainer.
Okay, so let's say I started at about 247 pounds. My smallest has been 154 pounds. I'm currently at my heaviest weight right now, which is about 170, 175. And I should be working on getting down. I started because I was having a hard time breathing. I literally thought that I was just going to just croak over any moment just because I just was having a hard time breathing. My knees were hurting. I was just like, I don't understand. So when I moved to Nashville in 2014. I shortly started having those issues after I went to the doctor, and he was like, you're pretty much on the line of being a diabetic. And at that time I have 2 babies. They were 2 baby boys I had. They were like 1 and 2. And I was like, oh no, like I need to be here for them. Like I have to be here for them. And so that's what got me started here in Nashville. But before I got to Nashville in 2014, I had my first child, and I started working out right after him. But after I had my second one, it was just like a whole different world. Like I didn't have the availability to work out as much. So I just gained the weight and just kept it on for a while.
Until you got to that point where you decided, you need to be here, and you were having like all of these things in our bodies. And I think that's one really good point about that is just the importance of listening to our bodies. And, anyone who's following me or has been following me, I talked a little bit about even my weight loss journey. And I know that's one thing that I haven't really touched on that much, but I think that's something that not a lot of people are talking about. Like, it's so easy to just see like, oh, I've gained weight, right? Like my stomach is a little bit bigger, but those other things like it being hard to breathe, like knee pain, feeling like you can't get up though. And I mean, honestly, just feeling like you can't move like you could at one point in time. I mean, like that's real. And I mean, I know, like, I can't speak for you, but I know, like, for me, I know, like, diabetes, high blood pressure, all of those things, they definitely run in my family. And if anyone else who is, tuning in, if that's the case, like, obviously these are things that we all have to be paying attention to, because again, which I'm sure we'll talk about a little bit later, but, at the end of the day, it really all comes around to health and staying alive, like that, and like having like a good quality of life. Like that's literally what this all kind of, comes down to.
And then, with African Americans anyway, diabetes and high blood pressure runs very high because we eat a lot of pork, or we eat like a lot of salt. Like we feel the need to season it. We need to season everything. So it really already is like embedded in us. Like it just happens. So and then one thing that I'm finding out now with my age difference, like it changes. Like I tell my husband now, like, yeah, you think you're young now, but it's going to change. Like I'm young now and I'm having some issues. The issues that I'm having now are just little issues. When you get older, they're going to be a major impact. Just like I just was working out with somebody, just training somebody just yesterday, and the way they were dropping and popping back up with their knees. I'm like, honey, listen, you're going to have to bring it down slow and bring it back up, because when you wake up in the morning, it's you're going to wish you wouldn't have did it like that. You got to slow down. Like it really does. And you really do have to pay attention to your body, because your body is going to tell you everything you need to know. Everything. Yes. So that's why it's very important. It is very important. Every little thing is very important when it comes to your health.
110%. And like the first thing you were saying just about like, being an African Americans, I think that's a piece that is so near and dear to me, because, and I'm sure you can also, relate, or maybe you can, I don't know, you tell me, but like growing up, my family wasn't working out. Like, like we didn't like, exactly.
Girl, my people be looking at me now like, is she working out? What's she doing? And I still get, and this is one of the main reasons too, like I want to help women too, is because I find that sometimes people be uncomfortable working out because of what other people have to say. Mm-hmm. And then even when they start working out, then other people got something to say about that. And it makes them feel, like shelled, like they want to stay within a certain area to be okay for other people. No, ma'am. Do what's best for you. Do what you need to do for you and your health. Let them people keep talking, because it's nobody. Now I'm thinking about it. In my family, it's nobody in my family that work out. And I've been working out since 2014, a little bit before that. Nobody.
Preach.
So
Preach.
None of them. And now
yeah,
like
we
hey,
literally like we didn't have those role models. Like we had to be the ones to, you know, break that generational curse and like make that decision of like, hey, you know, like I'm going to do this. This is really important. And I mean, I mean, even to hear you, you know, talk about people who feel like they don't want to work out because of like who they're going to be seeing. Like I know I had a client like that who was just like, I really only want to work out from home, and that just made me. Well, first of all, full disclaimer, I tell everybody I love the gym. Now I understand that like lifting and weights, that's not for everybody, and I think that's fine. But me, I love lifting like that. Like that's my thing. And I understand that's not the case for everybody. But when I hear people say, you know, like what you're saying, like they're not working out because of what other people will say, whether that's in the gym or whether that's, you know, even like their family and friends. I mean, I mean, I don't even, there's really not even, it's fucked up at the end of the day. That's essentially really what it is. Like, you know, like we're literally trying to do something that's going to help us live longer on this earth, and we have to explain ourselves. And it's absolutely absurd. And just even thinking about, you know, your clients and just like things that you've seen, even being on Instagram, maybe if you got any DMs, what do you feel like is kind of like the most common mistakes that you see whenever it comes to, you know, like women and like fitness and their weight loss journey? Like, what do you see that really keeps like tripping people up?
I want to say one of the biggest things that I see that holds a person up from getting their gains, or a lot of stuff that I hear from women, is one, they feel like weights are going to make them bulky like a man. Not true. Babe, I'm thick. Do you understand? Thick. And I barely do cardio. I can't stand cardio. I go in the gym and my heart, I just automatically look at the weights. Like and I'm surprised because that's not where I started at. I used to be that person would go in there and be on the treadmill for so long, or just do the Stairmaster and be like, oh, I did something. No. You're going to have to hit the weights. You're going to have to hit the weights. No matter how you feel or what you think, you're going to have to hit the weights. 2, people don't eat enough. And I tell people all the time, listen, you can't just be eating 1 or 2 meals and think that that's okay. It doesn't work like that. So you're eating that and your body is like, okay, well, I'm going to hold on to this because I don't know when the next time you're going to feed me. Yeah, so I'm gonna hold on to this. Everything works with each other. That's why I tell people, like usually when I get a client, I just tell them, hey, I just need for you to eat normal. I just need you to eat normal this first week. I need you to let me know how you eat. We need to know what you're eating. I'm going to pay attention. And that's for me to look at their eating habits, to see how they're eating, to see what they're eating. Because I don't want to put them on a meal plan that they're not going to stick with.
Right.
I'm not going to put you on a regular base meal plan. Like you just need to eat oatmeal this day. You need to, because if it's boring and you're not interested, you're going to stop.
Right.
You're not going to stick with it. You see what I'm saying? So I think those 2 are really the main things. And then like the importance of actually having the correct form. So you can go to the gym and you can work out all day. And you could do a form and you thinking you killing it and you getting gains. You're not getting no gains.
You ain't killing nothing.
You don't have the correct form. And so this is stuff that I've had to learn. Like and I still learn, and people have to be okay with learning. Every day I learn something, and I'm the person that I'm going to sit there. My friend be like, girl, somebody going to say something to you. You looking at them like that. I'm trying to figure out what they doing, and I want to know how they doing that. And that's because I'm going to go ask. I have no problem with going to go ask because I'm not the smartest person. I don't know everything. So people have to be open to learning.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so my main thing is for people like, you got to eat. You have to eat. It's okay for you to eat. But that, I don't mean go to Burger King and get like 4 meals and meal prep. That's not what I'm talking about. Right. You need to eat good food. And I'm not saying that you can't have like one thing that you may like today. Like, let's say all your meals is good for the whole day and you want some ice cream. Eat your ice cream, but don't go overboard. You need to learn how to control your portions. You see what I'm saying? So it's certain things. And once you learn your body, you'll be able to tell like, okay, I know if I eat this many meals a day and I have this one thing that I really been okay with, I'm still going to drop. Once you learn your body, you'll know how to be able to adjust your meals and see what you can and what you can't eat and what agrees with your body. So, yeah.
Right. Yeah, and honestly, so many things that you said in there. I mean, honestly, like the first thing, I mean, even about the eating, like when sometimes, Nita, when I hear people tell me what they eat, or I should say how much they don't eat, like I literally be like, how are you alive?
How?
Like, I'm like, what? I'm like, are you not starved? Like, I mean, listen, y'all know, like, I have no shame in my game. Like, I'm that person, you go out and eat, and then we're like, oh, I haven't eaten anything since breakfast. I haven't eaten, and I'm like, oh, well, I ate breakfast and lunch, and I'm still hungry. Like, I don't, like, I have, like, no, like, shame around this, but there seems to be some sort of, and I'm sure, a lot of it goes into, like, the diet culture, but there's definitely something that is something where it's like society is telling us, okay, we need to eat less. If you eat more, then this is what's going to happen. But what kills me, and this is what I want to tell people, especially, people are struggling for weight loss, and listen, no shade, because I've been there. Like, I've been the person who's trying to starve myself, trying to eat less, trying to skim. It's like, I've done it. But at the end of the day, here's my question. How's that working for you? Oh, it's not? Oh, it's not. It's not. Okay, well, if not eating isn't working, then
try something. Try
eating.
Something different. Yes, let's try something different. Yes,
exactly.
Yes. I used to be that. I'm gonna eat 1,200 calories a day. 1,200 calories a day. But when I tell you, I be telling people, look, I'm not gonna sit up here and I'm not gonna play. I don't play with food.
Thanks.
I eat.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you have to.
Yes, I mean, you have to.
And the really cool thing is, like you said, like once you've been doing it, and then your body will adjust and your metabolism will speed up once it's like, oh, we're eating. Oh, we're not starving. We're not starving now. Oh, and we're actually moving around. Like your body will adjust. Like it really is so shitty that there is this stigma around eating and about how if you eat more, like, oh, you're going to gain weight. You're not going to be able to lose weight. It's absolutely ridiculous. And even, what you were saying about like form and like being able to learn or being willing to learn. So like I've been working out probably for like 10 years now consistently. Probably like the first 2 were shaky. Probably like 8 years consistently. Yeah. And I got my first trainer in 2016 or 2017, I believe. And I mean, game changer. And like Nita, I'm somebody, like I was going, like, don't get me wrong, like if I want to go do that, I was going to go to the gym. But when I started working with a trainer, the difference was phenomenal. I mean, first off, I always consider myself someone who's like, yeah, I'm working hard and I'm pushing myself. Listen, you think you're pushing yourself
until you get with a trainer. Get with a trainer. Look, I'll tell you this. At first, I used to be, I want to say by the end of last year into the beginning of this year, I'm going to say it's just been completely different. I used to be a person that used to be like, well, I'm going to hold on to my money. Like I have to hold on to my money. Okay. So just at the end of last year to this year, I have started my nonprofit. I have went into another phase with my fitness training. I have done so many different things. One thing that has changed from that is me being so tight with my money. I have so much stuff on my plate. When I tell you sometimes I need a trainer because I've trained so many different people. So that means none of my clients are doing the same workout. None of my clients are eating the same type of food. None of them. So this is all being pulled from here, from me. So when I have to have something for myself. I honestly work out for me. Like it's a mental thing. So with me doing all of that stuff, sometimes I need a trainer. Why? Because I need to just go in the gym. I want to shut my brain off. Like I have people that know I train and they like, look, you work out with me. So I know you train. Yeah, that's okay. If I got to pay you to train me, I just need for you to just get me here because I don't have the capacity in my mind right now to walk in here and do exactly what I need to do for myself because I'm doing so much stuff outside of fitness. So now it's like, I am very picky when it comes to trainers. Very picky. Oh yeah. And I've learned my lesson. I am very picky. If I feel like a trainer cannot train me beyond how I train myself, I won't train with them.
Mm.
If I feel like they cannot push me harder than I push myself, I'm not going to waste my time. Like, I'm just not going to waste my time. So it's like, even right now, like, I don't have a trainer, but I am looking at probably about 1 or 2. I'm going to just change it up, probably get into boot camp, just because right now I'm at the little struggling phase. You know, I just got off vacation. So it's kind of like, I'm trying to come down. I can't get there. So it's kind of like, it's just like, I will train with a trainer, but they have to go hard for me to train with them. Like, they have to really go hard. And it's like, I know that sometimes I need it. And sometimes, like, I might be lifting 6 plates on a leg press.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get to 10, but I'm just so scared. And I just feel like I cannot do it. Sometimes I need that person to be right there to be like, listen, I watch you. You can do this. Like, and if you can't, I'm going to stop these plates. They're not going to drop. Like, sometimes you just need that person right there in your ear to push you. And I used to be so scared. Like, I ain't about to waste my time with nobody else. I'm like, listen, no, I didn't watch you. Here's all the bread. Let's go. Like, that's how I am. I don't have time to play with you. I already been watching. You don't need to sell. We don't need no sales schemes. I already know what I want. Let's go. You know, so what we gonna do?
And it makes the world of a difference. I mean, like I said, I completely agree. Like, and even what you were saying, you just need someone who can, like, you know, they can have it done for you. There's actually the book I'm reading now, Atomic Habits. They actually talk about how that's one of the reasons people struggle with consistency, especially when it comes to things like working out, because it's another thing to have to think about. When you have a trainer, all you got to do is show up.
Just like, walk in.
And I can remember the days of, oh, it's upper body day. Okay, what am I going to do? What did I do last week? Oh, I look at that machine. Oh, I thought I was going to do pull-ups and I don't really feel like it. Like, no, it's like literally it takes it away. It takes away the stress of having to figure it out. And then the biggest thing for me, and y'all know, because y'all know I'm all about this, is really the accountability. Like, trust me. Like, oh, you thought you want to go work out today? You go work out because you done paid, baby. Like,
and if you're not showing up, then you lose your session. So do you want to lose your money or what? Most of the time when people pay, especially when they pay a big lump sum all at once, they showing up.
They show up.
Because it's like, why? I'm not about to waste my money. Yeah. Like, and I'm a true story. The beginning of this year, I said I was not doing boot camps. I said, I'm not doing boot camps. Like, I'm just not, like, it's not for me. I have a friend that's like, she's been trying to get me to do a boot camp, I know, for 2 years. I was like, I'm not doing it. We can do one-on-one. Like, I'm not doing it. She got about 10 girls. Come on, Nita, look, come on. I was like, no, I haven't. When I say something new and they're so positive, they're older crew, they're like, doctors, like in their training. And they in there sweating. I think yesterday they all looked like they hated me. They was like, I was like, come on, let's go. Like, this is my first workout since vacation. Like, let's go.
Let's get it.
And one of them was like, my legs hurt. I was like, did you know you was working out today? Didn't we talk about this a couple days ago? She was like, yeah. I said, okay, come on, let's go. Like, come on, let's go. Let's go. And she got up and was like, but they was like, but we need this. We need this. That's what I have to get. That's what I have to have from my trainer. Sometimes you're not going to want to do it. And you need somebody in your ear like, yeah, I hear you don't want to do it, but don't you want these gains though? Ain't you trying to be in that bikini this summertime? Didn't you say you want to be sexy like this? Come on, let's go. Cry at the end. Let's go.
Yes, 110. No, honestly.
Sometimes you need it.
You 110%. And even coming, like you say, even coming from a trainer, that's why I tell people all the time, even with me and coaches, like all the coaches I've invested in, like it is always been a game changer for me. And I think the other thing that I really love about a coach, and I want to, and this is actually what came home to reach out to you, because I saw this very specific post on your page whenever you were talking about how you always ask your clients about the why behind working out and why they work and why are they even doing this. So tell me a little bit more about that. Tell me what that really means and why that's so important for, women who want to lose weight and people who really want to have this lasting, healthy lifestyle.
Okay. So it's real for the why. It's really honestly so simple. Because if you don't have the right reason, you won't stick with it. So for example, some women will work out because their spouse is not happy with the way that they look. Well, you're working out to lose weight for your spouse. You're not working out to lose weight for yourself. If you're doing it for yourself, then you're going to continue because you're going to look at it like, okay, I got here, but I want to keep going because I want to see, this is me. I want to keep going because I want to see how much more further I can go. Once you doing it for somebody else, it's like, oh, okay. Like a lot of people, I done heard this before. Don't get too small. Don't get too small.
Oh God.
Babe, I'm gonna do what I want to do. This is my body.
Facts.
I'm gonna do what I want to do. So, I mean, my husband had told me this before. Like, don't get too small. I'll be like, and you still gonna be here. So, what are you saying? So
you're not gonna turn that down. So stop.
You not gonna. I could be boy-headed, and you still gonna. Please stop playing with me. So it's like you really have to have the right reason. What is your motivation? And do you want to continue to work towards that? Or are you the type of person that's going to quit as soon as you get to that point? I feel like if you're working out consistently and you lose weight, soon as you start losing weight and you start seeing your body change, that's when you're going to become addicted. Mm-hmm. That's when you're going to become addicted. I work out now. I'm not a bodybuilder, but I look at bodybuilders. Like, I know somebody in Smyrna that competes. Watch him and I'll be like, I just like the way he looking like, my husband be like, why are you staring at him like this? It's not even him. It's just because of how his body changed from this to that. And it's going to be like this within a few weeks. Like, it's just the whole transforming of the body that is just like so amazing to me. So I feel like far as the reason why it's important, like you have to keep that in your mental. That's just like a mission statement, like for my nonprofit. Whatever it is, you're going to have to refer back to your why. Why did you start this? Why are you doing this? Why are we going to continue to do this? Okay, we're crying, but what is the why? What's the why? You're distracted. Or for me, you fell off. I still have to do this today. Okay, you fell off. Why did you fall off? What did you do differently? What normally works with your body? What can you do to get you back to where you was? Like, I can tell you right now, usually I tell everybody all the time, I have trainers that look at me and be like, Nita, your body look good, but I know, look, don't worry about it. I know what it is. I'm emotionally stressed out. I'm eating. But once I clean my plate and get my meals together, it's going to snap back because I know exactly what to do. Like, I know what to do. So you have to refer back to your why. And you have to keep that in your mental the whole time you're going, so you don't be so easy to walk away, so quick to walk away and to just quit. So that's the why.
Facts. Yes. And even even when you were talking about like with like the emotional eating and things like that, I think what's so important to note and like what you said about holding on to that why is because listen, life is gonna happen. Like I tell people this all the time, and like it's one of those things that like we know, but we have to continually. I mean, I have to continually remind myself because even when I get in a slump, and like when you work out all the time, you go like 5 days without working out, and it's like it feels like 5 weeks. And I mean, I swear,
girl, and I swear, 2 days, I'll be like, oh my God, I'm 20 pounds heavier. What is going on?
Exactly. Yeah. But the thing is, like I said, like life is going to happen, whether it's
regardless.
Like whether with your job, with your business, with your personal life, shit is going to happen, and you're not going to feel like working out. Working out is going to become twice as inconvenient. Working out is going to become twice as hard. Because let's talk about whenever you stop working out for weeks and months. And let's be honest, the longer you delay, the harder it is. It's like it's a vicious cycle. It's oh no, well I haven't been in so long, so whenever I go back, it's gonna be so hard. So I'm gonna go next week, and the next week come, and it's even. I mean, it
just keep pushing it off, and it just makes it even worse. Yeah,
exactly. But when you have that why, and when you have that like ingrained in you into who you are, and like I'm doing this for me, I'm doing this for a reason. I'm not only doing this for superficial reasons. It's not just like I need to be skinny, I need to look good for my man. It is because I want to feel good. Like I want to be here longer. I want to be around for my kids. I mean, listen, y'all.
Or because it's just a phase. Like it's just a fad. Everybody is doing it. Or this is what I see on social media and this is in right now. No, you have to know that this is something you're going to do. That's just like with all these different eating plans, like keto, vegetarian, all this other stuff. I have clients that ask me about it all the time. And this is what I tell them. Listen, I don't do yo-yo dieting. So you need to figure out, is this something you're going to be able to stick with long term? If it's something you want to try, then I don't advise you to do it.
That part.
You need to make sure that you can stick with it. Are you sure you're going to be able to stick with this? Because if not, just you're wasting your time. Like, don't waste your time. You know,
I've been screaming at Nita. I've been screaming at. Unless I done told you, I'm like, listen, I have done all the fucking diets. And I'm even gonna lie to you, like honestly, sometimes like I've had to discipline myself to not go on a diet because they make them so sexy. They make them so seductive. You can drop 10 pounds in 20 days, lose the weight. Listen.
They dress it up real good. And then they do stuff where they make it seem like, and they make it seem like somebody doing something, baby, and don't even be doing it. It's just promotion.
Literally,
it's just promotion. That's it. Don't track yourself.
Even if they did, let's say they lost that 10 pounds in 30 days. Let me see them in 90 days. What they doing? Oh, they still eating like that, or are they binging on ice cream? Because I've been there. I know what it's like to get really strict and discipline yourself for weeks or for months, and then you lose the weight, but you're miserable. You hungry, you eating shit you don't fucking like, you skipping meals, and then as soon as you start getting the weight back again, it's just like that vicious cycle in your head of beating yourself up and being disappointed, all because we don't want to take the time to create these lifestyle, these long-term habits, thinking about what foods do I really like? What foods can I try? Like, what can I do to make this work in the long term? I mean, it's the sexiest trap. Like I said, I know I followed into it, but I think it really, again, it goes back to really finding your why. Like, if you do want to lose weight, why do you want to lose weight? Like, what does that really mean to you? Because like I said, whenever shit gets hard and whenever motivation isn't there, because please believe, motivation is not going to be there motivation ain't even going to be there half the time. Listen.
It's not.
Listen.
It's so not.
And when it's not, you have to know. So for the people who are like the women who are struggling with this, like what tips do you have for people who do want to lose weight and they're struggling with like consistently being motivated and they saying they keep quitting? What can they do to really pull it together and make sure that they are sticking with it for the long term?
I will say, like, a lot of us do follow on social media. So I would honestly say make sure that they're following people that actually get up, that work out.
Love that.
Get you some people that actually, and even if it's not just social media, some people that's actually surrounded in your area that want to lose the weight. Get you a friend that's willing to do that, so you're not doing it alone. If you don't have too many, if you don't deal with too many people, because that's me, because I don't deal with too many people. I just kind of be all over. Then get you a trainer, and make sure when you, like we said, if you get a trainer, make sure you actually take the time to get to learn these people. Even if it's an online person, they're not even in the same state. Pop up on their website or post on their pictures. They'll comment back. Some of them will comment back. Like, I make sure that I comment back to everybody, just because that's just me. And I've been that person where I comment on somebody and they never do. So it's kind of like, oh, okay, you too big. You ain't got time to comment. Okay. So I want somebody that's down to earth. So make sure you reach out to people that are like that. And I listen to a lot of affirmations, and I listen to people that actually speak motivation. Like one of my big people that I listen to is Eric Thomas.
Yes.
But when I tell you I be struggling, he'll be like, "What is you doing?" I'll be like, "Getting up right now."
Literally, yes. And listen, Eric Thomas will get you off your ass.
Listen, and he do not. When he tell you straight from the hood, we talking like real deal, like cussing. Get your ass up, let's go. And I'll be like, I wanted to sleep. Get up, okay, okay. And even if it's like, let's say you lost weight and you're in the phase where you gained weight and you're trying to lose it again, baby, post your old picture on top of your screen. Cause I know people roll over and look at their phone in the morning.
Facts.
You're gonna roll over and see that picture. Like,
facts.
Let me get up so I can go to the gym. Sometimes the only person you got is you. So you have to do stuff to push yourself. I have a lot of times I have people that say, I'm here for you, but when I'm struggling, they don't know I'm struggling because I'm not that person that reach out to be like, hey, I'm struggling. So it's like I'm struggling in silence. So I have to do stuff for myself. It's been plenty of times where I didn't gain weight and I'm like, I know I didn't gain weight, but it's just like, I'm just emotional because I have gained weight. Yeah. So it's been times where I'm crying just because it's like, listen, I'm going to get this weight off. I'm tripping. And I have to completely just like change. I could snap and just change everything in a minute. Change, like, okay, well, I know this is the problem. We're going to throw these ho-hos away, these muffins away. Here, kids, do y'all want this? Because mama don't need this. I'm going to the grocery store. I can do that, but not everybody can do that in a snap of a finger. Sometimes it takes baby steps. Mm-hmm. So I'm telling you, look, get you Eric Thomas on the girl. You better follow Eric Thomas.
I love that.
He gonna get you all the way right. Gonna get you all the way right. When I'm struggling, he's it for real. Like I tune into him a lot because I only have myself. Really, that's how I feel. So
honestly, and what I love about that is just, I mean, first of all, it's two things: manifestation and accountability. Like when you are putting yourself around other people who are, you know, fit, they're working out, other people who are serious about their health. Whether that's in real life or on your phone. Like you said, you spend all this time on social media. Why are you not following nobody who's encouraging you to work out? Why you not following nobody that's really motivating you to level up? You following people who are doing the same thing you're doing. All they do is posting their cheeseburgers, and you like, oh damn, I want to go out to eat. Oh, it's Taco Tuesday. Oh, it's happy hour. Like that's all you following. Okay, well that's what you got to do. Like
I had to tell one of my friends, like he want to go out to drinks and want to go out to eat, and I'll be like, listen, no. Because I can't. And he'd be like, I just want to go get these cookies. No, because you don't gain no weight and I gain all the weight looking at a cheeseburger. Like this ain't happening. And so he'd be like, okay. So sometimes you have to be mindful of things that work for you and what don't work for you.
Yeah.
I gain weight quick.
Girl,
and I know that. So
you preaching.
You just got to be mindful for the things that you do and your surroundings for real. And that's what everything in life. It's just crazy how life just works full circle. You have to be mindful of your surroundings, even when it comes to fitness,
girl.
So yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like sometimes, and people laugh at me because they be like, I don't know what gym she at, because I go to a lot of gyms, and the reason why I go to different gyms is because the gyms have a different vibe. And sometimes I might not go to Planet Fitness. Now, Planet Fitness is right up the street from my house. It's easy for me to get to. I got a crew there that I know I'm going to see. They're my peoples. I might go to another gym in Hermitage. And the reason why I go in the Hermitage is because it's smaller. Mm-hmm. It's secluded. It's not a lot of people in there like that, depending on the time. So I might go in there and bust out legs. I can take my time, can turn the music up, be in there by myself, depending on, you know, the time that I go. And it just depends on the vibe. But I have to get up and I have to do it. So that's the only thing that I make sure. Girl, look, you didn't gain this weight. You know, you got to get up. You got to go do something. Get up, go to one of these gyms and just go. It's been people where I hit up like, yo, have you went to the gym yet? And they'd be like, no, I'm going at this time. I'm about to come with you just because I'm struggling. I didn't pay my brother. Look, bro, I'm having a hard time. I just need you to train me. He like, nah, just come to the gym. I'm just going to train you. Yeah, that's cool. But I'm going to sit there and I'm going to look at you like I don't know what I'm doing. Don't look at me like I'm a trainer. I'm going to look at you like I don't know what I'm doing. So if I'm going to do that out of respect, I'm going to pay you. Let me put this money in your pocket, because at the end of the day, I'm still taking your time up and you're training me like I'm your client. So I'm still going to pay you. So it's like, just be mindful. Sometimes I have to, out of the blue, I hit somebody up. I've been looking at the gym for a while, might be following me, and they be surprised, like, oh my gosh, she messaged me. Yeah, you going to the gym? Hey. I'm struggling right now. You struggling? No, I'm doing good. Well, let me link up with you real quick. But see, that's the best thing of having multiple people that you know that actually work out and train. Because sometimes I don't have the mental capacity to, just like we said before, I ain't got it. I be telling people, one of my sisters on here right now, we be in the gym looking at each other like, I ain't got it. I ain't got it, sis.
Nobody is excluded.
Everybody. We all be just walking around here like, I'm just trying to look good for the summer. Like,
and it's amazing how that happens out there. There literally are weeks where I'm like, oh yes, I'm about to get this workout in. I get in there. I'm like, I'm a fucking beast. There are days where I'm like, you go get what you go get today.
Exactly.
There are days where I'm like, I'm gonna take a walk and we go get it. Like, I mean, it's just, and like I said, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, accepting that is the best bet. Like, understanding that no one is going to feel motivated 100% of the time. No one is going to be excited about working out 100% of the time. So that's why you prepare by doing things like having people who you can reach out to, having a coach, having your wife, having Eric Thomas on your damn Spotify, your Apple Music, YouTube.
Yeah.
Listen, YouTube, free. Here.
Free game. Yes.
Literally, like all of these things make the biggest difference. And I think in the long term, whenever it comes to being consistent, all of these are 100% spot on, Nita. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
This was such a great conversation.
You're welcome.
So helpful. You like, even I'm over here thinking like I got some shit I need to level up on. I need to level up on too. Like, you know, I'm gonna be watching. I be watching you, and I don't even remember how I discovered you. But as soon as I saw you, I was like, oh yeah. I said let me go ahead and hit this follow button real quick.
Yeah, I don't know how we followed each other. I don't know how we followed each other, but let me tell people this just before we get off.
Yeah, go for it.
Please understand that it seems like it takes twice as long for you to lose the weight that you gain. So do not get with somebody and start training with them and think that you're about to lose weight in a week, hell, even 30 days. And then you give up because you feel like you're not losing weight fast enough. You have to be patient with yourself.
Yes.
And then I'm going to go back to being open to learn. So you don't know everything. When you get with somebody, even when it comes to working out with people or training with somebody, sometimes what you know, you have to push in the back of your head and be open to learning something new. Be very patient with yourself. And the fad diets, because I know people that'll do something for like maybe a week or 2 weeks. And I know like drop 10, 15 pounds. And then after that, as soon as they start eating, they gain the weight. It don't work like that.
Every time.
It don't work like that. So just be very patient with yourself. Be open-minded. And just realize that as long as you continue to work, the goals are they're going to come. Yes. And once you get comfortable with yourself, you need to start doing something a little bit more harder, because comfortableness is not going to get you to move. You're not going to move further. You're going to stay at around the same point. So as soon as you get uncomfortable, realize that's exactly where you need to be. Yes. Uncomfortable. So that means it's going to work. It's going to work. Just slow down, be easy, and take the time to learn your body, because especially with women, our body changes so many times. Listen, I just turned 35. I'm not even going to tell you how many times that I've like, I don't know what's going on with my body. Like, I don't know.
It happens.
And it's going to continue to happen. So you just have to take the time. Yes, accept it. Take the time to learn your body. Realize what works with your body and what does not work with my body. Like right here, this one, I Am Yo Fitness. This is my boo. Like, we don't even talk all day, every day. But when I tell you sis comes through, she comes through and she tells you how it is. Yes. She was like, listen, what's your problem, sis? Fiber? Okay, let me school you real quick. And I was like, okay, let me check. But you have to be open-minded. Don't think that you're so, like, I know everything, because nobody knows everything. Right. Nobody knows everything. And when you look at social media and you see these people posting all the good stuff, realize that it is not good and easy every day. That's not true. That's
why it's not one size fits all.
No, like, it's not. Everybody's body is different. It's like
people make it seem like, oh, this is it. This is the formula. This is all I need. Anytime somebody starts a sentence with, if you want to lose weight, all you need to do is, I'm like, shut up.
It don't work like that. It don't work like that.
Literally.
Because you're not going to get the same gains like I'm going to get. And that's why we all can't follow the same diet. We all can't do the same workout. None of us can do the exact same thing. And then there's different bodies. So you have to work out different. You have to do things different. You have to see what foods work with you. You have to see, girl, I'm talking about, look, knee flare-ups, ankle flare-ups, back hurts, like all it's stuff that you have to know about yourself to get where you're trying to be.
Yes.
And knowledge is one of the main things. Listen, as long as you get educated, that's free game all day. That's why I tell my clients, get a journal, make sure you're taking down your notes, because once you're done with me, sis, I'm not going to go back and be like, and I told you this and I told you that. I'm not doing that, because I got another woman that's over here that I'm helping that has something completely different that she's dealing with. And I'm not turning back to come help you after I done gave you all this free game. So come on. So come on.
Girl, no, I do not blame you. I don't blame you at all. And speaking of your clients and everything, for people who want to get in touch with you and they're interested in your training, how can they do that?
Okay, so I actually have a website, and it's ferociousspirit.com, and you can actually go on there, and I think there's like a button where it says email for a consultation. That goes directly to my email. If you like me and you just be like, I ain't got time to be checking out no email, I'm just gonna DM me, I'm going to answer. That's fine too.
So, perfect.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. So make sure you check her out. Make sure, obviously, if you're not following her yet, make sure you follow her at Ferocious Spirit, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. At Ferocious Spirit. If you're not following me, you can follow me at the Bianca Lynch. Again, I'm an accountability coach for millennial entrepreneurs who want to turn their goals into reality. Nita, thank you again. Guys,
no problem.
I'm going to upload this to IGTV. If you have any questions, in case you're watching the replay of this, be sure to drop them in the comments. You can tag myself or Nita, and we will see you guys next time on Go Slay Monday.
Nice talking to you. You guys have an amazing night. Bye.
Bye, Nita.